We're finding with so much more content from our senior content producer, Ricky Lambert, and articles that are now at flownews24.com.au on a daily basis, that there's so much more content that we're able to bring you that has got a regional notion and quite often has some implication for the political spectre that we are working in, the state politics, the local council, and then other factors, the industry and business and farming and agriculture that we're covering here each day. The topic of conversation here is an interesting one. John McDonnell will bring his article to you just after 10 o'clock as we normally do, and he writes for us here on flownews24.com.au. His article today is about the seriousness in these allegations that have happened in relation to sexual assaults, either in Parliament or now we're hearing other allegations that have been put as of the Four Corners program the weekend, and that's been widely commented on, including by the opposition leader Anthony Albanese, about a Liberal frontbencher. I think the gloves might just have come off because as of last night, Liberal Senator has referred another rape allegation. This is completely different to the first one in Linda Reynolds' office. The second one, which is a situation where Four Corners are raising an allegation at the time. It's a complicated situation, so I'm going to read John McDonnell's article after 10 o'clock and the context of that. But this third one from last night now relates to an unnamed Labor politician. And as I say, if the mud is going to be thrown about the place, then look out, because there's always more mud than comes from one side. There's generally something that comes from the other side. And Sarah Henderson, who is a former member of the seat of Corangamite, which is in the southern part of Victoria, which we cover on 90.9. She now is a federal senator. She's referred to an allegation of an unnamed Labor member of Parliament to the federal police, according to a Guardian article. And the advice that was given by the AFP's Commissioner Reece Kershaw in relation to any allegations of criminal conduct that should then be referred to police immediately. And so in so doing, with the situation that Sarah Henderson in a statement has said that late on Sunday afternoon, that I forwarded to the AFP an email I received that afternoon from a woman alleging she had been raped by a man who is now a federal Labor member of Parliament. And this being that the advice from the Commissioner Kershaw in his letter of the 24th of February states that immediate referral of any matter like this should be to the AFP, then that has occurred. And she says, I make this statement in the interest of full transparency. And then the Guardian article goes on to say that on Friday, the ABC's Four Corners revealed 3 police agencies have been notified of a letter that was sent to Mr Morrison, the Labor leader in the Senate, Penny Wong, and Greens Senator Sarah Hanson-Young, making an allegation of a different rape. This is another one against a federal cabinet minister. That's on the Liberal side of the House, relating to his time before entering politics. And the article then describes that the circumstances of that. Suddenly, the allegations coming the other way are going to cause consternation for Anthony Albanese as much as they'll cause consternation for Mr Morrison. Maybe it's something that these kinds of things which the media sort of feast on. While they're feasting on this sort of stuff, of course, what are the other political agendas that are being going through? Things, like the current argument that has been put up in relation to Mr Kelly last week and what he has discussed as his resigning from the Liberal Party in relation to the lack of the Liberal Party looking at other treatment measures for COVID-19. And this has become very intriguing this time. We are looking at a federal election. It's just over a year away. I think the gloves might have come off of the ALP campaign, but I suspect that the coalition will put their boxing gloves off to the side and the fists are up and ready to fight. Whether this is the sort of fight the public want to see, I think we'd rather see policy and the discussion about energy and whether or not we can get manufacturing back in Australia on our shores. And yet we have a focus And look, this is a focus that needs to occur, but is it the thing that should be centre of the political discussion and the media talk? Or should we be seeing the AFP and those agencies that are requested to do the jobs that they need to do, and at the same time the public get what they should be hearing from out of the halls of Canberra? Yes, one would wonder and ask the question. We'll bring you a little bit more coverage on this after 10 o'clock with John McDonnell and his article at flownews24.com.au.